Welcome back to the deep dive. It feels like every week there's some crazy new development in AI.
Yeah, how to keep up.
But that's what we're here for, right? To dive deep into all this stuff. And today we are looking at Renjit Phillips' latest newsletter.
Always a good source for the latest AI news.
Okay, so first up, OpenAI is apparently planning to release a new model called Orion in December.
Wow, December already.
I know, right? And the rumors are saying it'll be like 100 times more powerful than GPT-4.
100 times.
That's what they're saying. What do you even think that means, practically speaking?
I mean, that's almost unimaginable. Like, think about something like financial markets.
Okay, yeah.
An AI that can just analyze the markets in real time, predict trends with incredible accuracy.
Oh, wow.
Or healthcare even, diagnosing diseases way earlier than we can now.
So it could really revolutionize a lot of industries.
Finance, healthcare, logistics, you name it.
But they're not just like releasing it to everyone right away,
No, they're starting with select partners.
like Microsoft.
Makes sense. They can work out any bugs, get feedback before it goes wider.
And it builds up the hype.
Yeah, all those cryptic hints Sam Altman's been dropping on social media, remember?
Winter constellations, yeah.
Mm.
Clever. Okay, so Orion is going to be a big deal.
Sure.
But let's talk about something a bit more down to earth. Have you heard of Perplexity AI?
Perplexity, yeah.
It's a search engine, but like a really different one.
Okay, I'm listening.
So you can search your company's internal data and the web at the same time.
Wait, so I can search my company's files and Google, basically, in one go?
Exactly. So think about it. You're like working on a project. You need information from all over the place.
Competitor analysis, internal reports, industry
Yeah.
news, yeah.
Perplexity lets you search it all at once. No more jumping between different windows and databases.
That's actually pretty amazing. Saves so much time.
And you can ask questions in natural language. So like, what were our sales figures last quarter compared to, our main competitor? And it'll pull data from both your internal systems and the web to give you an answer.
Wow. Like having a research assistant who can access everything.
So all this AI stuff, it does raise the question of jobs.
Yeah, people are worried.
And rightfully so, especially, I think, for people who aren't just starting out.
With career professionals, yeah.
A lot of fear about AI taking over their jobs.
Right. There was a TED Talk recently, though, that had a pretty optimistic take on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they talked about reskilling in the age of AI.
Right.
They highlighted Singapore. They got some really successful programs to encourage lifelong learning and prepare people for those new digital jobs.
Like what kinds of things?
Training programs,
Yeah.
incentives for companies to upskill their employees, that sort of thing.
Cool.
And there was this great example they gave about IKEA. They actually retrained their call center agents to become design consultants.
Wow, that's amazing.
So the employees gain new skills, the company keeps experienced people. Win-win.
It shows that companies are thinking about this stuff, at least.
Yeah, adaptation is key in this environment. AI is going to impact a lot of jobs globally, so continuous learning, reskilling, it's not optional anymore.
You have to stay ahead of the curve.
Exactly. And on that note of staying ahead of the curve, let's talk about Tesla. Their Robotaxi. You know, the one with no steering wheel.
Oh, yeah, the one that's been all over the news. No steering wheel, no pedals. It's like, are we in the future yet?
Pretty much. 300-mile range, they're saying.
Wow. And affordable, apparently.
Supposedly. Plus that advanced autopilot system, of course.
Musk is aiming to make those rides cheaper than public transport. Imagine that.
Yeah, cheaper than the bus or train. That could really shake things up.
But Musk, he's known for his ambitious timelines.
Yeah, he's not always on the mark with those.
Production starting in 2026, he says, under $30,000. What do you think? Realistic or just hype?
It's tough to say. I mean, Tesla has had its delays in the past.
For sure.
But they also deliver on some pretty crazy stuff. We'll see, I guess.
Would you get in a car with no steering wheel?
That's a good question. It's one thing to have autopilot, but to completely give up control.
Yeah, it's a bit freaky, isn't it?
A lot of people will need to be convinced on the safety front, that's for sure.
So while Tesla is doing its thing in the West, over in China, Luju Robotics, they just released an open source platform for humanoid robots.
Oh, interesting. Open source. What's the thinking there, do you think?
Kind of like sharing the recipe with everyone. Everyone can build on it, improve it.
Yeah, exactly. Like what Meta did with their llama models.
Right, get a whole community of researchers involved.
Could really accelerate the development of, better humanoid robots.
Speaking of sharing, did you see that thing about those IXRA glasses.
Oh, the ones the Harvard students developed.
Yeah, the AI glasses that can like reveal personal info just by looking at someone.
Yeah, names, addresses, all that.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, huh?
It's both impressive and a little creepy. Like, what are the implications for privacy?
Definitely raises some ethical concerns. Imagine just walking down the street and someone can instantly get all your info.
Yeah, it's like something out of a sci-fi movie, but not in a good way.
We definitely need some clear rules about this kind of tech before it gets out of hand.
Okay, let's end on a lighter note. Meta's MovieGen. Have you heard about this one?
MovieGen, the one that makes videos from text.
Yeah, you just type in a prompt and it generates a video with sound, music, everything.
It's crazy, right? Like, anyone can be a filmmaker now.
You could type in a cat riding a unicorn through a rainbow forest and boom, there's your video.
The possibilities are pretty much endless.
And you can even edit it with text commands like add a dragon flying overhead.
It's like having a magical video editor at your command.
It'll be interesting to see where this all goes, what it means for, movies, marketing, even education.
Yeah, it's a game changer for sure.
All this stuff, it really is mind-blowing. AI is moving so fast.
And it's affecting everything from, giant industries to our everyday lives.
Makes you wonder where we'll be in another 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah, the pace of change is incredible.
So much to think about. But I guess we have to wrap up this deep dive soon.
Time flies when you're talking AI.
It really does. So, big picture, what are your main takeaways from all this? What really stands out?
I think for me, it's the just how wide-ranging AI is becoming. We talked about those huge, powerful models like Orion.
Yeah.
That could change whole industries. And then on the other end, you have things like MovieGen that anyone can use.
Yeah, putting that creative power in everyone's hands.
It's not just some far-off thing anymore. AI is here. It's now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already changing how we live and work.
That's a good point. And it makes me think, it's not enough to just sit back and watch it happen.
Right.
You have to, be part of the conversation. Think about the ethics, the good stuff, the challenges.
Absolutely. You have to make sure AI is used responsibly, that it benefits everyone.
Yeah, that's key. Well, on that note, I think it's time to leave our listeners with something to ponder.
Okay, what do you have?
As you go about your day-to-day, just take a minute to think about how AI is already part of your life, your work, how you connect with people, how you spend your free time.
It's everywhere if you really start looking.
Exactly. What excites you about it? What worries you? And most importantly, how are you going to be part of shaping this whole AI thing?
Yeah, keep asking those questions. Keep learning. This is just the beginning. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI. Until next time, stay curious.